As a contractor, I don't pay for materials I don't use. So why would I pay for stuff I don't need in my mobile plan? That's why my Biz plan from Verizon Business is so perfect. Now I can choose exactly what I want, and I only pay for what I need.
Right now, with my Biz plan, get our best price, as low as $25 a line. Visit Verizon.com/business to get started today. New lines only. Price per month with 5+ lines. Includes auto pay and paper-free billing and promotional discounts. Taxes, fees, economic adjustment charge. Applicable add-ons, prices, and terms apply. Guarantee applies to base monthly rate and stated discounts only. Add-on prices additional. Offers in March 31st, 2026.
Excuse me! Taxi! Come on, what are you doing?
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
All right, here's this what's his name? Kent. Joe Kent talking to Sean Ryan. Two bromance dudes, two dudes very much in a bromance, just chilling in a bar. Sean Ryan, one of these ex-Navy SEALs, allegedly, in a bar. You know, a lot of this content is made to appeal to veterans or those who support veterans, and everybody, kind of supports veterans, right? And one thing I know that veterans don't need more of is alcohol. So I don't think doing this thing in a bar with all of those tasty bottles, right? Big bottles, small bottles, vodka, whiskey, all that crap, right? In the background. Why the hell would you do that? Right? We're men here. Yeah. Men with our tattoos and our booze and our this and our that. Huh? This conspicuous macho crap is getting me. I've never been into it. I'm over it. Right. But what happened here? This is the kind of thing that I think is reckless. He resigns over policy differences. Maybe you resign when the enemy, maybe even the enemy within, will not let you get at the truth of the presidential assassination attempt. Here's Joe Kent with Sean Ryan on the Sean Ryan Show. What is it now? Which one's the Green Beret? Which one's the special? Which one's one of them is a Navy SEAL, one of them's a Green Beret, one or the other. It's almost like, nobody gives a damn if you're in the military unless you go around telling everybody you're in the Navy SEALs. Special Forces. Ooh, Special Forces. That's so superior. Special Forces. There was a time where you just did your military stint and you got out and then you went from there. You didn't relive it all and talk about it all the time. I mean, I'm glad I joined the military, and I loved it while I was there, but I wasn't in love with military life. I would have stayed in if I loved it so much. If you loved it so much, stay the hell in. And remember this about Joe Kent. I call him Joe Green Zone Kent, because all he would do is get liquored up at the Green Zone when he was in Iraq. There was a great big bar. People were drinking their faces off. All right, I'm sorry. Now, right here, why would you accept that? Why would you just roll over? Oh, they weren't doing their job. That's when you blow the whistle. You want to be a whistleblower? That's the time. You can do it then. I would wish, actually, even earlier. It would be so nice if sooner or later we had a whistleblower blowing the whistle before everything went crazy. Right? Hey, do me a favor, if you can. I want to go to the White House. It looks like President Trump is about to, let's see here, he's talking to the farmers. I think I got all the farmers. I think I got 100% of the farmers. I went out, I saw this guy at a farm, big guy, beautiful guy. He said, "Sir, thank you for giving us everything we need." Are we ready? Shall we? Alrighty. Rough estimate? Here we go.
We just provided $12 billion, right, Brooke, for the American farmer. You think Biden would have done that? No, he wouldn't have done that. We're delighted to be joined by Secretary of Agriculture, who's doing a fantastic job, Brooke Rollins. Brooke, thank you very much. Secretary of Health and Human Services, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. Robert. Bobby. EPA Administrator is doing such an incredible job. He's getting those costs down for you, and he's always protecting the environment, but he does it quickly. A real superstar, Lee Zeldin. Thank you, Lee. Great job. And someone everyone loves, and they love in particular the job she's doing, Small Business Administrator Kelly Loeffler. Kelly, thank you very much.
Well, lots of people, lots of fun times,
Thanks
including a great big gold tractor. Well, look at that thing. There is a great big gold tractor right outside the White House on the south side. And a lot of people with cowboy hats. Hold on. Pump up the volume one more time.
And Representatives Jim Baird, Randy Feenstra, Monica De La Cruz, Brad Finstadt, Michelle Fishback, Mark Messmer, Victoria Spartz, Frank Lucas, Tracy Mann, Zach Nunn, Adrian Smith, and Derek Van Orden. They're all out here. They want your votes desperately, desperately.
You know what's amazing?
They're only here for your vote. You know that.
He always gets those names right. And what it reflects is meticulous staff work, right? Everyone in the audience who needs to be acknowledged is acknowledged. It's the little things. It means a lot. Attention to detail. He always nails the pronunciation. Who remembers when George H.W. Bush came to New York to campaign for Rudy Giuliani, and he called him Giuliani. Ready? We're going to make a kinder and gentler nation. Right, Rudy? Rudy? Barbara? Turn it back up, please.
Zippy's been with me right from the beginning, right, Zippy?
Zippy.
From day one, he liked Trump. He said, well, I don't know, but I just had a good meeting with him. I'm gonna go with Trump, right? That was in 2015. And very special thanks to the proud young parents of two beloved American institutions, Future Farmers of America and 4-H. Two great.
The 4-H Club, I was in that thing. It's fun. I made a...
For 4 disastrous years before I took office, Sleepy Joe Biden and the Democrats in Congress crushed America's farmers with the worst inflation in the history of our country. Prices were going through the roof. So bad. It was so bad what they had done to our country. And by the way, in so many other ways too, borders and everything else. But they crippled the American agriculture industry with brutal restrictions and failed to negotiate even a single new trade deal on your behalf. Not one trade deal was negotiated on your behalf during the Biden administration. And we happen to be the exact opposite. We have so many trade deals, we don't know what the hell to do with them. We need more lawyers. But now the American farmers, ranchers, growers, and producers once again have a true friend and champion in the Oval Office. And in my first year back in the White House, farm income has soared by 20% very quickly. I repealed the Biden EPA's ridiculous water restrictions. You had water restrictions that gave you everything but water. Yet it needed a little water. They wouldn't give you it. It was crazy. To keep federal bureaucrats off your land and out of your pockets, it's a big deal. With the help of Republicans in Congress, we passed the largest tax cuts in American history. Already 45% of filers have taken advantage of our new tax provisions with an average refund so far of almost $5,000, a record. In fact, we passed them and people are just starting to see how important they are. It's amazing what's happened. The numbers they're reporting that it's much more money than I thought. I tell you, I call it the great big beautiful bill. Is a great big beautiful bill, and it's especially in terms of your tax refunds and your taxes, because it's the lowest tax we pay.
You know,
it's the biggest tax reduction in the history of our country.
And it's going to start kicking in basically any moment now. And the Republicans are better set up for the midterms than you've been told by the dominant media. All right, these events are worth listening to. You can learn more from President Trump and about what's really happening from listening to one event than from listening to 50 hours of fake news summarize that event. It's a very interesting thing to do. But we got to take a quick break. Be right back.